Well, this is what you might need to do. This is this. This is that. This question she can even ask them as recruiting. Okay, hey D. Hey, what's up, baby? All right, guys. Did y'all see my title? Didn't I say this? Didn't I say Trump was going to be doing something with the credit? Why is he going to be doing something with the credit? Because they're getting rid of the dollar. They're not going to be doing anything with paper money. You know why I say that? Because it costs too much money to make money. It costs too much to make money. So what's the best thing to do? Get rid of it. It said, let me go out and come back in. Okay, it costs too much. If he's getting rid, if he's dismantling the Department of Education, which is something that's very serious, guys, to our youth. Okay, says check your credit score. Yes, yes. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? That come on now. Come on now, BH. Oh, wait a second, guys. This mint. Ugh. Okay, so what happened yesterday? BH, did you see anything about the credit score? I mean about um did you see anything about the I know what's her name, Miss E. Miss E came in and um she was talking about her 401k, and she stated that she lost 50K in her 401k. Did anyone else lose a lot in their 401k? I don't have it. I don't have 401k, so um I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure with that. But this is on the flip side. Okay, this is supposed to be our year of jubilee. Okay, hey Lucky, oh God, year of jubilee is supposed to be a year of hope, mercy, grace. Hey, it's supposed to be a year where we credit is wiped away. Um, the year Jubilee also happens every 50 years, which means Pentecostal, which means a resurrection, all of that good stuff. Okay, that's where they get the word Pentecostal from. Okay, because of uh, the resurrection on the 50th day. Okay, that's where that comes from. Some people don't believe in the Jubilee. Okay, I do. I do. I believe all things are possible, to those that believe. I do. Okay. So now they're talking about, we're going to go ahead and listen to this clip that I have where they're talking about pretty much your credit score is going to increase. So um, how can we turn over to digital money if everybody's got bad credit? How can we turn over to digital credit if everyone has bad credit? Something to think about, huh? Okay, guys, if you got a question, you got a comment, please go ahead and drop it. Please go ahead and drop it. I know people most of the time, the people that come in here are people that do follow, um, what's going on. Okay, it says they're going to implement universal credit. Oh, is that you heard that, V? Okay, so you heard that, V. What is universal credit, V? What did you hear about it? They're rolling it out there. Okay. Okay. I hope everyone is still in the room. I hope everyone is still in the room. Okay. They're rolling out universal credit. Okay. Hey, Miss Heavenly, how you doing? Okay. Well, it's going to be everywhere. Um, V is in the UK. Okay. All right. Okay, come on up, V. Come on up. I know it's early there. She's in a different, way different time zone. It says such as food stamps, disability, etc. Okay. Okay. Me too. I'm in the United States too. Yep, I am in the United States as well. Okay. Here we go. So let's see what they're saying so far, guys. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. I can't hold my phone. Okay, are you still here, Big Nail?
Some of you all who follow me are still purchasing cars and out there doing loans, and I'm not knocking you. That's not, nothing that I teach here on this platform. But under the Trump administration, I need y'all to take note of this. And for my note takers inside of the chat, I need you to write this down. Everyone needs to know
Oh, 1 second.
of this particular organization. All right, it is called the CFPB. It is a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So I'm gonna put that in the chat for me. It is the CFPB, B as in boy. That
Right.
stands for the Consumer Financial
Metro protection
Protection
or
Bureau. See,
right.
this CFPB organization has rolled out new policies that will affect millions of Americans. And here's the truth: some of us are going to see higher scores, some of us are going to see a little bit of lower scores and be impacted. All right. But there's three major changes that we need to talk about. Here's number one. As of March 17th, 2025, I think a lot of you all will love this because one of the number one things that's being reported on the credit report is what? Medical bills. So, effective as of March 17th, 2025, here within a couple of days, a
Couple of
few
days.
days,
Right.
medical debts will no longer be allowed to be reported on your credit report. So, this means when
Okay. Did y'all hear that? Now the CFB. I can't remember the exact names, but it is. If you go to your credit report right now, I had. If you go to your credit report, you will see on there where it talks about. Well, no. If you go to like your state, yes, that's it. If you go to, if you pull that up, it's going to tell you the rights that you have, um, even when you file a dispute. Okay. um, when I file my disputes on my credit, I actually go to the government site and I get that act number, ACT. There's an act number that's going to come with that falls under the the CF, what is it? Credit Financial People's Bureau. Some okay, is there no women? Okay, so will they drop the other medical reports off? Yes, there's going to be no more medical reports. So no more medical bills will be able to be reported. Okay, V, put it in the chat. Yeah, put it in the chat so everyone can see it. Yeah, put it in the chat. Guys, share this live. Share this live, guys, because there's some pros to this and there's some cons to this. Okay. There's some pros to this and there's some cons to this. Okay. So, universal credit. Universal credit. Guys, look that up later at your leisure. Thank you. Thank you for the taps. Thank you for the taps. I don't see anybody sharing it. Universal credit is as they known, they will not be enough jobs. Okay, so they will be paying universal credit to. Okay, okay. Now D is over in the UK. This is already being rolled out over where you're at. Keep people home. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, guys, if you're new coming in my room, please hit the follow up button up in the left hand corner. Please hit the follow button up in the left hand corner. Okay.
Facts to TransUnion, your Experian, as of March 17th of this year, you can know if you go to the hospital, if you go to the doctor's office, if you go somewhere and you have an emergency, or something happens around a medical situation and you can't afford to pay the bill then or within the time frame of the due date, it cannot be reported to your credit reporting, to your three credit reports. And we're going to talk about the three credit reports because that's even shifting too. All right. So lenders are now prohibited from considering medical debt in a credit decision. So this means if you're going to get a home loan, right. Well, it can't even be on it. It just can't be on there. Watch this. If you're going to get a job, if you're going to get insurance, car insurance, your medical bills can no longer be on there. I was reading a stat, it's really studying more. Nearly 62% of the delinquent accounts on credit reporting age on your all three credit reports are medical bills. Either emergency bill, an emergency surgery that came up. And so now it's like it can't even be reported. Credit bureaus must remove
Um,
medical
all
collections
government
from the
funding, like
reports
pension,
as of
disability
March
funding, is
17th,
now under
right?
one
So
umbrella.
what the credit reporting
Wait a
agencies like
second.
Equifax,
One
TransUnion,
second.
and
One
Experian
second.
are
One second.
expecting is
One
that
second. Okay. One second. Let me back up. Okay. Do you read the tarot cards? No, I don't. No, I don't. Um, is that a no? No, no tarot cards over here. Our government funding, like pensions, disability funding, is now under one umbrella. So now that's still over in the UK. Okay, so what they're doing our medical bills then okay, so that's what we're listening to. Okay. Wait a second. And they're trying to prioritize, make it private, the National Health Service. Okay. Okay, so this guy here, he is in he's in America. Okay. He is in America. So D is just telling us guys that they've already rolled it out where she's at. That's all. She's telling us that they've already rolled it out where she is at. Okay. What we're listening to now is America. March 17th. Okay. So, guys, just watch your credit for March 17th. Even go in there now. Even go in there now. I'm quite sure that might be, okay, I'm on the phone that I use for my credit. But I'm quite sure even if you go in there now, you should be able to see. Wait a minute, let me get my other phone. I'm quite sure you should be able to see. Maybe you see something about um, what do you mean? If it's happening over in the UK, you think America's not next? And the video that we're listening to, this guy is in America. Ugh. They haven't said anything about the student loans as of yet. I haven't seen anything. Ugh. I haven't seen anything about student loans. Okay, Miss Heavenly, are you still in here? I know she was doing some research, but this is a big deal. To me, this is a big deal. Okay. Okay. While I look for something else, guys, as you see, Trump backed off of Canada. Uh, they backed off of Canada, when Canada said, "Hey, you want to play like that? We will shut down." Thank you for those taps. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, hit the tap, 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 guys. Come on, that helps heat up my room. Yeah, they backed off. Trump backed his butt down because they're like, "Hey, we will shut down the power over." Okay, over in Detroit, New York, and is it Missouri or Minnesota? Which one is it, guys? I know it's one of them ones with the M. Okay, so let me see here. One second, guys. Guys, go ahead and hit the tap button for me. Hey, Bigo Credit. Okay, so now let's see here. Okay, so I don't like getting third party things. Okay, so let's see what he is stating. Okay, so okay, he's still okay. He's kind of stuck on this over here. Okay, so what he is stating. Okay, so what he's stating, guys. Um, the universal credit. Because if you think about it, if he's getting rid of all the funding, how are people okay? If he's getting rid of all the funding, so then what's next? What's next? How do the people um how do they eat? How do they supply themselves? Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. Okay. Okay, D, are you still down? Are you still down in the comments? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Um, could you look it up in the United States? I'm trying to put my other phone is dead. Okay, so I was gonna pull it up on my other phone. Um, but this guy here, he's stating March 17th. Okay, March 17th. Okay, so US industry in a panic. Ontario. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold. You hear? Okay. Wait a second. Ontario stunts U.S. by cutting off U.S. Okay. Did they have they turned off the power? This was 4 hours ago. Have they turned off power, guys?
Strikes back. Is the U.S. about to face major
One
consequences?
second.
The Trump administration imposes a 25% tariff on Canadian goods. In response, Ontario hits back with a 25% tariff on electricity exports to the U.S. Millions of American homes and businesses are now at risk. Where is this trade war heading? Canadian retaliation. Just 2 days after the US announced new tariffs, Canada retaliated immediately. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government imposed a 25% tariff on $30 billion worth of American goods, with plans to expand
Okay.
this to
Yeah, I didn't think they
$125
did.
billion in the
Okay.
coming weeks. The affected goods
Let
include
me stop.
agricultural
Let me
products
stop.
and
Okay, yeah, I didn't think they did because I saw this morning where Trump actually did another 30-day hold. Okay, he did a 30-day hold, pretty much on, yeah, he did a 30-day hold again. So I didn't think so. But they stated that if he wants to go that route, they will cut off energy. Okay, they will cut off the energy. Okay, 50K Adrian, listen, have you heard about the credit score? Have you heard about what they are going to be doing with the credit scores? Okay, I'm waiting on the federal job reports. Okay, well, to my knowledge, they have that on hold. Okay, to my knowledge, okay, so here's another one. Okay, that they're stating that Trump is changing credit scores. Okay, that Trump is okay. I saw that. Yep, I saw that. I saw where the Canadians slapped that 25% surcharge on the U.S. I saw that. That was just in this clip here. And guys, let me say something. I'm sensing this in the spirit. um I'm not coming on here every morning to say, hey, be consumed, in politics, or be consumed, or anything like that. What I'm coming on here every morning is stated because some people don't watch the freaking news. Okay, some people, if you ask them right now what's going on, they will not know. They got an idea, of what's going on, but don't fully know what's going on. Okay, don't fully understand what's going on. And my thing is, the best way to understand something is that you have to know what's going on. Excuse me, to know your next move. Okay, like the video that I'm listening to now that we're gonna finish, like the guy is saying, people out buying cars, people out purchasing homes, and don't buy anything right now. Don't buy anything, especially a car. If you need a car, go get you a hoopty. That's what we called it back in the day. Go get you a hoopty. Meaning, go get you a $2,000 car for now. Don't worry about, okay, well, my girlfriend driving a Maserati. She might be driving it later, and she might not. Okay, but get you a hoopty for now. We can't worry about what other people are
To
driving,
be
what other
some major
people.
changes in credit reporting and credit scores for the year of 2025. This is going to affect everyone. On today's video, we're going to cover three major topics that are going to affect millions of Americans with credit reports and credit scores that you do not want to miss. But before we get into this video, make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button so this video gets out to more people so everyone can be aware of these major changes that are coming. So we're going to start at number three. You do not want to miss number one because that is a huge one for Americans out there. The number three spot is going to go to buy here, pay here apps. So
Yep.
now you've probably seen you can walk into
What I
Walmart, you
just
can walk
say.
into almost every single store now, and you're going to see something for like Sezzle, Affirm, Afterpay,
Yep.
Zip, or
Yep.
PayPal's
Yep.
Pay in 4. All of those are what we call buy here, pay here apps.
Yep.
Now, in the past, they would do a soft inquiry to get you approved.
Yep. Buy here, pay here, guys. Those are just out there. Okay, 1 second. Credit reports. Okay. Yep, March 17th. That's it. Yep. Yep. That's it. Yep. That's what we're talking about right now. Credit bureaus must remove. Yes, that's it. March 17th. Yep, that's it, Adrian. That's what we're talking about now. Okay, Adrian found something that is confirming what I'm saying. March 17th. So if you got any medical bills on your credit report, they're removing those. Okay, which will take your credit score up. I'm quite sure if they remove those negatives off of there, showing that it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, I'm quite sure if they remove those things off, it will take your credit score up. I'm quite sure it will. March 17th is the date. Yep, that's it. Yep, Adrian, and Adrian, you're gonna keep up. He's keeping up with the federal jobs because that's still a big issue. That is still a big issue, guys, because you got to think about it. People have homes and cars and major bills that they pay based on their paycheck. Okay, so if they don't have that paycheck coming in, then what happens? If they don't have that particular paycheck coming in, then what happens?
it may be. I mean, I'll be honest with you, almost everything that you can purchase online, including through your Apple Pay, you can put
Yes.
something on a payment program. Well, in the past, it was just a soft inquiry and it didn't really affect your credit and it did not report to your credit reports. Now, some Affirm accounts actually did, but not all of them. Now, what is going to happen is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are going to make a big push to start reporting these types of lending accounts on credit reports, which can be damaging. A lot of people are going to be like, no, it's going to help me. No, it's actually not, because these are a lot of short term loans. It could be for 6 months, 12 months.
Right.
Remember, every time that you add a new account to your credit profile, you're reducing the average age of credit, which drops your credit score. So there's some people that have one, four, six of these buy here, pay here loans. And if they start reporting them, you can do the math. It's going to tank your credit score. A lot of people will ask the question, well, why is it start? The true way to get to an 800 credit score is to have the least amount of accounts. Now, put pay here, place. I mean, that's billions of dollars in revenue. And of course, the
Okay,
CFPB
one
caught on to it and
second.
they're like, hold on, man, well, what are you going to do? You're not even a financial institution. And on top of that, there's a lot of other government agencies that are going after a lot of Elon Musk companies. So this makes sense why he's trying to target the CFPB, because he doesn't want it regulated.
The
Now, moving on to
CFPB.
number two, medical debt. Medical debt has crippled
CFPB.
millions of Americans, and there is literally over 15 million Americans that are being affected by medical debt on their credit reports. There is legitimately over $49 billion worth of medical debt on credit reports. So the CFPB came out with a new rule to stop all medical debt from reporting on credit reports, which 1 out of 4 Americans would see their credit score go up by average of 35 points if the medical debt was removed from their credit reports. Now, the CFPB has 60 days from its announcement to make this go live and then regulate it and force this new rule upon the credit reporting agencies. But here's the big but, as there always is. The Trump administration, along with Russell Vought, sought to shut down and pause all actions at the CFPB. So now we have to sit here and wait to see if this ruling is going to be reversed. I want to give a special shout out to all my beast is active, because it is technically active. So dispute the hell out of those medical debts to get. Hey, now, in case you didn't know, they were the reason why the housing market crashed in 2008. They put out a bunch of bad loans out there
Right.
and caused the entire economy to crash because
Right.
people couldn't pay for them
Right.
because they were predatory loans. I don't know what other way to
Predatory
say that to you.
loans.
This is exactly why more than 90% of lenders will use a FICO scoring algorithm of some sort, because it is more predictive of any type of issues you may have on your credit profile with your finances. As
Mm-hmm.
of 2025, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have been under the umbrella of the U.S. government, and that contract is about to end and it will have to be renewed. Will the Trump administration renew them? If they do, we will lose all regulations that they have against Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, which could potentially mean that they're just going to be out there lending out money to all these people and getting people houses that they can't afford.
Forward.
A lot of people are
Right.
stating also that FICO 10T is going to be used more by lenders, and I'm going to tell you right now that's not true. Now, remember, you have to understand something. With any credit scoring model, every single lender must adhere to it. It has to start using it. Auto lenders are not going to use something that's going to get them less approvals. If auto
Right.
lenders and credit card companies start using FICO 10T, they're going to get less approvals. But on the other hand, mortgage lending, if you have more mortgage lenders using Advantage 4.0, the predictability of it is going to be completely different and potentially getting more people approved that shouldn't be approved.
And let me tell you something. Okay, so now if you go to your Experian, if you go to any one of these, okay, and you actually like pull your full report, I think you can do that. What, every 90 days you can get the full report free. The next 90 days, guys, that it comes up, pull your whole report. You will see these numbers that this guy is talking about. Okay. 1 year. Okay. You will be able to see these numbers. Hey, Hurls, how you doing? Every year is free. Okay. You'll be able to see these numbers that he's talking about. Like the teach, like he's stating, certain lenders use certain I can't think of the right word that I'm looking for, but certain ones use certain uh, uh certain lending let me back up. Let me back up. But what he's stating is true. Okay. Um, Everyone, please pull your credit report. Take a look at it now so that you will know what the difference is going to be. Like he just stated, if they remove all of your medical, okay, if they remove all this medical stuff off, is that going to take your credit score up? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you got to think about it. If you got something on there for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, okay, that's going to come off. That is going to come off of your credit as of March 17th. As of March 17th, is is what they're doing. Okay. The young lady was talking about universal credit. Universal credit. Okay. Now, also, what this guy was saying, you know how you have buy here, pay here. You have the firm where you can break it up into four payments and different things like that. Now, what he also is stating that guys pay more attention to that. Pay more attention to it. So if it costs $50, pay the $50. Pay the $50. Don't break it up. Don't break it up because that's going to be going on your credit. So if you miss that one $3 payment, that's going on your credit. Whether it's $3, it's still showing that you did not make that reoccurring payment. Reoccurring payments is what boosts your credit up. Reoccurring, like your car note, your house note, those things boost up your credit. It's like I used to tell people that were about to buy a house, don't go out and buy a Cadillac where your note's going to be $500 a month, and that's not even including insurance. And then you stay in the hood already. So that's the address we're going to use. We're going to look up the crime rate in that area for stolen vehicles, break-ins. We're going to look all that up, okay? Then we're going to say no, no, he can't get it, But you wouldn't even get the car. You wouldn't even get the house anyway. If your debt to ratio is higher, you're not going to get the house. Okay. If your debt to ratio is higher, you are not going to get that house. Okay. Do not make any large, even appliances. Even appliances. Okay, I want the double wide, the one that gives the ice and got the has the internet on the refrigerator. I want to get that first. Okay, so you're gonna get it. You're gonna finance it. The finance charge is gonna be, I say at 26%. You do the math. 26% on a $3,000-4,000 refrigerator. Okay, that's only one bill. That's only one thing. What else do you have that's going to go against your debt to ratio? What else? What else do you have, guys? You know what I always say? I don't need to brag about bills. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not. Because when you see people, oh, I got this, or I got that. Oh yeah, I just purchased this house. They got a bunch of debt. They have a bunch of freaking debt. Is what they have. Okay. So, March 17th, pay attention to your credit report, okay? Take a look at your credit report, okay? Now also, guys, they are trying to do away with um the CF, Credit Financial Bureau. They're trying to do away with the credit, do away with that. So what that means, you don't have a right to dispute. Anybody got any comments? Anybody heard of what I'm talking about? I know I'm not the only one that has heard of this. Anyone? Has anyone heard of what I am speaking about right now? Anyone? Hey, 50K. Has anyone heard? Well, 50K has. 50K did send me a clip. Okay. Talking about the March 17th. Okay. Talking about the March 17th. Okay. We're also waiting. We're also waiting to see about the federal jobs. People have received emails, saying, "Hey, we need to know 5 things that you have done," like a kid. You're talking about these people livelihoods, and you're gonna sit up and say, "Well, we need to know 5 things that you have done." Um, uh, Pretty much, or You're fired. What? And this is the same person that brings a kid into the Oval Office and tell the president, "You're not the effing president." Go figure. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Share the live, guys. Throw some exclusives for me. Tap the screen. I know some of you might be getting ready for work. Some maybe driving. I do understand that. Um, but if you're not driving, please try to help me out here a little bit. I know these topics are not popular. You know, Miss Heavenly, are you still here? I know Miss Heavenly had did a black market. We're gonna feature that one day. She did a black market, but it's basically like black businesses. Okay, that we could try to patronize some black businesses. Okay, so I'm not surprised that Trump is doing deals with
Ever
Putin.
seen the magic glasses
I'm
that can see
also not
clearly without
surprised
glasses?
that we got
This
this
glasses can not only see far
$5
away,
million
but also see
dollar
near.
gold
This
card.
smart
I
sunglasses
believe
from
that
Japan
is
are
to let the Russians in.
I can't swear in I guess, until you sign the commission. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now here's something else. Okay, what did it say? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Jobs reports will be released at 8:30 Eastern time. Okay, what you mean? They're gonna give a report about it?
just
The desk is a different desk, it's one of seven, but the Resolute desk is being renovated and refurbished after many, many years of service. It'll be back in 4 weeks. In case anybody gets it.
Hey, BH. Hey, sister girl. Okay, U.S. News Line. Trump signs order. Trump accepts shocking offers. And this is from Putin. My God. My God. Thank you.
All right, and
My
Howard,
God.
come next to your beautiful wife and your beautiful family here.
My
Put your hand on
God,
the Bible.
y'all.
Raise your
Thank
right
you,
hand and
Harold.
repeat after me. I, Howard Lutnick,
I, Howard Lutnick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
and I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely,
I will take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully discharge
and I will well and
Okay,
faithfully
we're going to come back to
discharge
that.
the duties
That's
of
live. Okay, that's live. That's another order that Trump just signed, guys. Agent said 8:30. Okay, so we're definitely going to wait till 8:30. Josh, what's up? How are you? Okay, so we're definitely going to wait for that. We definitely want to hear about the federal jobs. It says heard winning people might be furloughed within the next 2 weeks. Okay, what you mean? Heard winning people might be furloughed within the next 2 weeks. Okay, is this about the federal jobs? Okay, when they release the report, I'll let you know. Okay. All right, so VH just put something in the comments, 50K. Read what she just put. Now this may not be important to some people, but like I said, you got people that this is how they pay their bills. They're doing a whole new thing. I'm concerned because I mean, what happens, on how we pay our bills. Heard that people will be furloughed. Oh, okay, okay, all right. So she heard that people will be furloughed within the next 2 weeks. So what does that mean? Where do they go? I guess they begin to look for employment. I don't know. Oh, home. Wow. Where is our Constitution? Where is our Constitution, America? Where is our Constitution? Not jobless, just no pay. How in the hell you supposed to not wait? What? Not jobless, just no pay. Oh my God. No. So basically they gotta work for free? I can't believe that. No. No BH. Hey Juan, hey guys, hey. The people that's coming in, please take a seat. Hope you got your coffee and go ahead and sup with us. While we it says they don't work either. It says just sent home. No work, no pay, but you have a job. So basically they want you to quit. So I'm assuming no no servants pay. Um you know what? My job retired me just in time. Just in time. This is a bunch of malarkey. This is crazy. Okay, so those that are here, those that are in the comments, are you seeing what BH is typing? Okay, they don't work either. So, okay, just sent home. Okay, so are you guys seeing what she's typing in the comments? Okay, so this is the federal. This is federal. 50K is also going to be. He's going to come back and give that update as far as what's going on with that. Okay, my prayers go out. My prayers definitely go out to people that are losing their jobs. My prayers go out to you. Um, I know that I'm quite sure the people are working on doing something. Guys, I got the phone this away because I'm reading. I have my tablet here as well. While people, type in the comments.
Japanese trick with orange and cinnamon
I don't
will
know if Miss
stop
Heavenly
your
is
blood
still in
sugar spikes
here,
for good
but
within
BH can
36 to
answer some of
48
these
hours.
questions,
In this
guys.
video, I'm going to tell you about
Probably
four
better.
major changes to credit reports and credit scores that you must know about in 2025. All three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, your credit score can drop overnight and you won't even see it coming.
It could
The
drop.
rule would have wiped out $49 billion of medical debt on credit reports. But last week, the Trump administration paused the new rule.
Hospitals are tending to turn over bills to collections sooner.
And one of these changes also include victims of scams. You will be forced to pay taxes on it, even if it was stolen money.
I'm looking at possibly $60,000 on top of my $280,000 gone.
All right, this is a lot of information that I want to cover in a short period of time. Let's get right into it. The Trump administration is making policy changes that will affect your credit scores and reports. Some of those changes are going to affect you directly, and some of those changes are going to affect you indirectly. Let's go ahead and break down these four major changes. And I decided to add a bonus at the end of this video. Change number one is going to be dismantling the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also known as the CFPB. Now, for those that don't know, the Consumer
Listen to
Financial
this.
Protection Bureau
Listen.
was made to oversee financial institutions and protect consumers from unfair practices. Recently, President Trump and Elon Musk have pretty much done everything that they can to dismantle the Bureau. Even major news outlets like The Guardian is saying that former officials say that Americans are more likely to be ripped off and scammed as CFPB is
Right.
targeted by Musk. Now, a lot of people don't even know this, but the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has
Exactly.
actually returned more than $21 billion to
Exactly.
consumers
Okay, let me
since
stop it right here.
2011.
Let me
Now,
stop
some
right
of
here,
that
guys.
$21 billion.
Remember, I just said, please go get your credit report. Get your credit report and take a look at it. Okay. Send it to your email. Send it to your email and put it in your cloud or something, or print it. I recommend printing it off. Okay, the way they're doing things with cloud and all this other stuff, I recommend just printing it. Okay, and putting it on a flash drive. Okay, because um, if they get rid of the CF Credit Financial Bureau, that protects the people. If they get rid of that, guys, that means we could be ripped off. How can you dispute something that you didn't do? Okay, listen in, listen in.
creditrepair.com and Lexington Law Checks, as they had to do a settlement for $1.8 billion for civil penalty funds. The short version is, if there is no Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to look out for consumers, then who's going to be looking out for us? Let me
Right.
know what you think in the comment section below. Now let's go to number 2 on the list, halting the removal of medical debt from credit reports. So it doesn't matter who you voted for, if you have medical debt, you will be affected.
Pay now, or it may end up on your credit report.
That is a different message than what was going to happen next month when the credit bureaus were supposed to remove all medical debt from their reports. And tonight, Harry's trying to clear things up.
Real quick, be sure to download our free ebook today. All you got to do is scan this QR code right here or click the link in the description below. Now back to the video.
Let's start with a bill that I received that was past due. I owed $29 and I paid, but I didn't expect to see a warning for non-payment potentially impacting my credit. If
Right.
it's under $500, it won't, but that didn't stop the message. Medical bills fall into the category of debts we can't control. But until a few years ago, unpaid medical debt and collections hit your credit report like a bulldozer.
Right.
That's why the federal government's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau finalized a rule in January prohibiting creditors from using medical debt to judge your credit worthiness. The rule, effective March 1st, would have wiped out $49 billion of medical debt on credit reports. But last week, the Trump administration paused the new rule for 60 days. It is
Why?
all under review. But here's what you need to know. All 3 credit bureaus,
Hey, the lady
Experian,
doing Wayne.
Equifax, and TransUnion, have already agreed not to report any medical debt under $500. If it's over $500, you have a year to pay it off before it goes on your report. As we told you last year, there is a downside though. Cindy Gatton, medical bill negotiator, explains.
One of the things that I'm seeing in the Atlanta market is that hospitals are tending to turn over bill.
Number 3, a proposed cap on credit card interest rates to 10%. Now, believe it or not, this is actually something that Republicans and Democrats actually agreed on, okay? And that was, of course, that Trump suggested that capping annual credit card interest rates at 10%, but critics fear that there's going to be some type of price control. Now, this is something he mentioned back in 2024, but it is something that a lot of people want to see. Now, the Washington Post said that government imposed price controls on credit card interest rates would
Wow,
harm
guys.
all cardholders, especially the lowest income Americans, who these measures would be intended to help.
I knew
Wow.
us to pass a smell test by the feds. Capital One moving to make a major purchase of their own, buying Discover.
You're not going to see any changes in the near future.
Okay, did y'all hear that?
Come up with potential benefits to everyone.
Okay. Capital One is in the process of buying Discover. Capital One is in the process of buying Discover. But the 2 major things, guys, excuse me, is if there is no CFPB, if there is, I can't even get it out. If there isn't one, then you have no protection on what's on your credit. I mean, it's to me, it's like you're just setting the people, period, whether you're black, white, or Chinese, you're setting people up for failure. Failure. So if someone just gets my social security number and they go on and just do whatever, I'm just messed all up. Is what you're saying. Because I can't fight it. I cannot fight back and say, this is not me. I didn't do this. This, I don't know if anyone is familiar with sovereignty. I don't know if anyone in here right now is knows what sovereignty is. But this being sovereign is looking more and more good. Really, it's looking more and more good because if you're just trying to take everything away, period, like BH just put in there, she said basically a furlough with no pay. What? A furlough with no pay. So, what do you want the people to do? Go back to where they come from, allegedly? That's how the government will save money. So, they're going to save money by not paying people. They're going to save money by not paying. So, what about the people that they send home with no job? Well, no, they have a job, but there's no pay for the job. They're on furlough. Let me see. Now, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Guys, I hope you are reading the comments. I hope you're reading the comments. BH is really informed on the subject. Okay, she's really informed on the subject. Also, 50K basically also, follows a lot of this stuff closely. So, yeah, thank God Edge does too. I don't see her in here this morning. Yeah, she follows a lot of this stuff closely as well. But guys, this is crazy. This is utterly ridiculous. Okay, so now if we don't have any, I'm gonna say this again. If we don't have anyone to fight for our credit, okay, um, I mean what? So is it worth being a U.S. citizen? I'm gonna ask the question again. Is it worth being a U.S. citizen? Because you're basically, really, no comment. I'm gonna insert this in right quick. I'm just gonna insert this in. Hey, Tip, what's up? Good to see you. I am going to insert this in right quick. Sovereign citizenship. I'm going to
What if I
insert
told you
this.
that you likely have been overpaying on your taxes this whole time? Yes, every year your CP.
First up, we're in Dayton Municipal Court in Ohio for a bench trial. Judge Mia Spells presiding. 55-year-old Anthony Matthews has been charged with driving on a suspended license. Matthews considers himself a sovereign citizen, someone who believes that certain laws don't apply to him. And as the trial begins, it's clear that he's not planning on playing by the rules. I demand that you dismiss this matter immediately. Matthews has already filed several motions aimed at challenging the court's authority over him, but the judge isn't swayed.
Let me explain to you the rules here in the court. Let me explain to you the rules of the court, sir. You know, keep it from
Judge Spells warns Matthews that by continuing to interrupt her, he's pushing his luck with the court.
You can be found in contempt if you continue to interrupt me. We'll proceed with trial with you at extension, sir, and we're going to find you in contempt. What I'm going to do is that's the record. You're interrupting the proceedings of the court, sir, and it is direct contempt.
This is a live court date.
Direct contempt, and we're going to take you into custody, sir. We will give you a hearing, and you'll have the hearing. We will find counsel for you.
As deputies close in on Matthews, tensions reach a boiling point. As Matthews squares off against the deputy, two off-duty police officers in the jury box get up to help detain him.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch
One of them throws several punches at Matthews as Judge Spells and courtroom staff clear the area. More deputies pile into the courtroom as Matthews is taken to the ground.
Okay, I'm going to stop that right there. So my point to this here is that being sovereign means that people believe that they're not bound by certain rules. Okay, being sovereign. Okay, you do have to have paperwork. There is paperwork that you can file to denounce your citizenship in the United States of America. I'm just asking. I'm just asking because with them stripping everything from being a U.S. citizen, is it worth going sovereign? You know, is it worth just going sovereign? A lot of people may not know about being sovereign, having sovereign citizenship. Basically, when you find people that live off of the grid, basically live off the land, they most of them may be sovereign. Okay. You also go to like the Black Israelites. A lot of these organizations, I don't want to call them cults, but I will just say organizations. They are sovereign. Okay, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the Moors. Okay, the Moors kind of tie into that as well, where they believe, like if you purchase land, as far as the taxes, going sovereign means that you are not bound by the rules of that country. That's what this guy here is basically stating that he is sovereign. Okay, so he ended up getting a ticket. So basically, being sovereign, I'm not bound by your rules. So the judge is saying that you are. So I guess my question is that can we still be bound by the rules and the Constitution, but the President of the United States and his cabinet is not? Come on, somebody. We got to speak up. We have to speak up. I mean, because if we're still bound by this lawlessness, but the president is sitting up there with all these felonies, haven't been charged. I mean, making rules. He's bypassing the constant. He's bypassing the House of Representatives with his executive orders, like they don't even exist, which is against the law. Come on now, that's against the law. You have to send it through the House. Now, in some states, they are talking about martial law. They're talking about martial law to stop some of this foolishness. They are saying, and when I say they, I mean the Supreme Court is stating, hey, we need to stop this because this is going too far. And I know we have people, that's still sitting around and saying, hey, well, what's going to happen, going to happen. I've heard people say that, well, whatever going to happen, it's just going to happen, Well, I tell you what, when if Canada, if he doesn't do something, Trump come to some type of agreement with them, they are serious. They said, we going to shut down the freaking energy. Then what? You're gonna be sitting there. Guess what? You ain't bought no candles. You ain't bought nothing. You're gonna be sitting there calling on the phone if it's charged, saying, you know what, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They didn't turn, da da da. I don't know what's gonna happen. You're gonna be saying, I paid my light bill. No, it ain't got nothing to do with your dang on light bill. Hey, Saucy Mama, it ain't got nothing to do with your light bill. And I get agitated. I get, my spirit gets vexed, when I hear people, when I hear people's react. Oh, well, I mean, what we gonna do? Well, I advise you to go to the Dollar Tree or somewhere and start getting some flashlight, getting some batteries. That's what I advise you to start doing. because Canada is not playing with Trump. He expected them to just back down and say, okay, you can charge us 25% on this. No, they saying no. Okay, fine. Then we're going to charge you 25%. They have already started taking things off of the shelves over in Canada. Okay, they're already taking things off of the shelves over in Canada. Okay, but I'm not going to go too far into this. I will post some things in my Discord about sovereignship, just for your just to read, just to know what it is. Um, how do people, how do people go about it? If and is it real? Some say no, it's not real. No, you can't do that. Um, it's unheard of. Okay. What does it mean to be a sovereign citizen in the United States? Okay. There are people here, guys, that are sovereign. Okay. And guess what? All of this stuff here allegedly is not supposed to affect them. I'll just say it like that. I'm going to say allegedly that it's not supposed to affect them. I don't want nobody going out saying, hey, I heard Glam say blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to say allegedly that this is not supposed to affect them. But I also advise you do your research on your own. Do your research on your own, and see exactly, what does it do, what does it not do, and so forth. Okay. But I do know people that are sovereign. I do know people that are sovereign. I know some people that it has worked for them. They have the right documentation, black and white, black and white. That's what goes. You saying I'm a sovereign like this guy did in court. I'm a sovereign. You would get locked up just like he did. So that's not the way to do it. But anyway, guys, the main things I wanted to talk about this morning was the credit. Okay, just watch your credit, pull your credit, pay attention to it, because what they're stating is that we're not going to have the protection anymore with our credit. So we definitely want to pull that, take a look at it, see exactly what is going on with that. Okay. Now I'm watching people get locked up here, talking about their sovereign, because like I said, there is, what I heard, a lot of paperwork that you do have to do. Okay, so this is live right now, guys, where Trump is warning people. This is live. So if you want to click on Fox Live today, you can go right there and watch it right now. Trump is warning the people we're on the brink of a World War III. God help us. I just say God help us. Basically, I'm in a real serious mode right now. I really don't have time for any foolishness, from people. Um, I know I had a couple of calls yesterday that, I'm like, no, I'm not going to let anything vex my spirit, even more than what it is. Oh, Glam, you just taking this way too serious. Being on the brink of a World War III, I don't think I'm taking it too seriously. I really don't. Seeing people lose their jobs, and seeing that we have no protection with our credit, seeing that someone can just go out and just do what they want to do. And Trump is basically, they are trying to just dismantle that particular area. They don't want it. We don't need it. Okay. This is what they're saying. So, guys, okay, it may not affect you now, but guess what? You look up and you got all this junk on your credit report that you don't know. And then guess what? There's no agency now to say, hey, okay, you can dispute. Who you going to dispute to? Who are you going to dispute to? Okay. All right. So that was my main topic for today. Also, with Canada and Mexico, Canada is fighting back. So you can definitely tune in here, because I will definitely have it. I was waiting to 8:30 because 50K had a update. He had an update on the federal jobs. He has an update on that. So we were going to kind of go, over that, guys. And as far as Bigo, I would just say, hey, whatever monies you can make on Bigo, make your money. You know what I'm saying? The Kiki, the La La, all of that, because you might not have your freaking job tomorrow. I mean, it's just as simple as that. They are dismantling one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Even myself, I'm retired, but if you're talking about you're making a universal credit and you're putting everything into one, hey, yeah, it's just George Fraser advice to black people. This is a book, or either something that I recommend you guys go take a look at. Um, Hey, the legendary. Hey, guys. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? Okay. So we had a couple of good things, guys, but I definitely have to get off. So I'm gonna wrap it up here shortly. Even as far as your health insurance. I talked to a couple of people as far as health insurance. I don't know, guys. I can only speak for myself. I am a planner. I keep a piece of paper. I keep a book where I have to write down. Okay, this is this. This is that. Unfortunately, everyone's not like that. They just go with the flow. I'm not the type of person. I used to maybe when I was a little younger, living off the edge, living on the edge. Okay, and that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They are living on the edge. You know. Hey Lord, hey baby. Oh God, wait a minute. Just mint. Well, I hope she edit that part. I hope you edit. Thank you. It says you see the retroactive SSA payments sent to over what? What? What do you mean? The retroactive? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Retroactive Social Security payments sent to over 1 million Americans, but it was retroactive. See, that's why I say, guys, I don't catch everything. See, that's why I say I'm glad people come in here that actually keep an eye out on other stuff too. Let me see. Let me pull it up right quick because I do not catch everything. Um, One second. Is it Social Security or is it SSDI? Which one was it? Savings account owners unable to act. What? Wait a second. So this is Social Security. Retroactive Social Security payment. This is crazy. Wait a second. Thank you, Lord. That's payback. Oh my God. Oh my God. So let me see. You say 2025. But I'm thinking, but retroactive for what? If you are between 40 and 65 and unable. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, critical update. Social Security Fairness Act. Okay, savings account owners unable to. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Oh, that's a good thing. But you're saying they're unable to access. I'm confused. Okay, two different topics. Okay.
Well, nearly 3 million individuals will see their Social Security benefits increase thanks to new changes signed into law by President Joe Biden last week.
Craig Bolanos, a co-founder and wealth advisor at Next Gen Wealth Partners, joins us now live to talk more about how it'll work and who will benefit. Craig, thank you for being with us. First of all, tell us a little bit about who is targeted in these changes, because it's a lot of first responders, right?
It's a lot of first responders. It's a lot of educators. It's certain people in the public service sector, federal and state employees. And anytime you have a new year, we get new tax law. And this is somewhat monumental
Right,
because it
right, right.
undoes 40 years of statutes when it was signed in by President Biden back on the 5th of January.
All right, so explain exactly what happens when it comes to their Social Security benefits.
Well, the Social Security Fairness Act, which is what it's called, has eliminated two provisions, one called the windfall elimination provision, the second called the government pension offset. And effectively, what we're doing is for anybody who has a non covered pension, that's a pension you earned while you were at a job that you did not pay into Social Security, it's going to eliminate this reciprocity or offset of your pension income. So a lot of people stand not only to receive a lump sum check, a lot of people are going to get a bump up in their monthly Social Security benefit once this program gets underway later in 2025.
Wasn't the argument always that some of those people didn't contribute directly to Social Security because they had a government pension? Or am I wrong there?
Well, there's an argument to be made on all sides, Ben. There's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of people who worked in the private sector for decades and then converted from the private sector into the public sector. And the view by many on Capitol Hill, apparently now today, is those who worked on both sides of the ledger, private and publicly, were being penalized, as were spouses and surviving spouses. So some people view it as undoing a wrong and using this new act to pass the right to treat people more fairly going forward.
Yeah, because the surviving spouses would obviously see the benefits of this as well. So give us an idea, breakdown of what the average person would see when it comes to a monthly
right
benefit.
now, what
And
I
you
need
talked
to
about
do?
this lump sum, that just goes back a year?
Well, yeah, really quick. The law was signed on January 5th, 2025, but the law is retroactive to January 1st, 2024. So this is only 8 days old. This is newsworthy. But once the Social Security Administration figures out its methodology, people are going to stand to receive a lump sum check that backdates to 2024. Ben, you mentioned your opening salvo. This affects almost 3 million people. And of those 3 million people, there's more than 2 million we're going to likely see a bump in their monthly Social Security benefit on average of $360. And then there are living spouses and surviving spouses. I refer to them as widows and widowers that are going to see a bump up anywhere from $700 to $1,200 per month.
Yeah. Craig,
That's big money.
We just have 10 seconds left. How does this impact, though, the overall health of the Social Security system?
Well, everyone knows the system is already heading off the rails without enough funding, and this is going to add $196 billion of cost and make Social Security funding run dry 6 months prematurely.
All right, Craig.
Okay, so BH. Okay, BH, Big Nail. So you're saying, okay, wait a second. The U.S. 150 jobs in February. Okay, it just hit 50K. I just saw something hit my U.S. News. Hit about the jobs. Big Nail, yes. Are we in our in our PK now? Then you can go ahead and drop the 2K now if we are in our PK. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. Did you say you was gonna wait this time? I don't blame you. Okay, perfect. Okay. Ah, you say I'm waiting. I know that's right. Ah, okay. All right. Um. Okay, so I need 1,000 more beans to unlock my next reward. Okay. BH, is this what you're talking about? Hey, Big Black Wheel. Okay, so they're saying they're going to retroactivate, go back. That's what the yeah, and that's what they just said. And this is a news. This is the Social Security Administration. Okay, yep, yes. Well, I just read it. This is WGN News, so you guys can yep. Here it is, right here. Social Security Fairness Act. It says when will you receive your retroactive payment? Wow. So are you guys listening?
News. Georgia residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out. There's a new
The Social Security Administration has announced that retroactive payments are starting for individuals impacted by the WEP and GPO. This is under the Social Security Fairness Act that was just recently passed into law. Here are the details you need to know. I'm Ian Smith with fedsmith.com. I'm going to get right into the details because I know this is a topic that a lot of you have been anxious to get more information about, namely,
Mr.
when am I going to
Shoulders,
get
hey.
my payments since I'm eligible for this,
Hey
or assuming you
guys.
are eligible. So the benefit eligibility on this is for individuals who are impacted by the WEP or windfall elimination provision or the GPO, the government pension offset. I'm not going to get into the details on what those are, but just know
The
that
government.
these payments, these increased payments or the retroactive payments will only apply to individuals who were impacted by those provisions because the Social Security Fairness Act eliminated those provisions when it was passed into law.
Okay.
The retroactive payments will start this week, the week of February 24th, 2025. For most people, it will be a one-time lump sum payment, and for most people, it will be retroactive to January 2024. Now, in
Okay.
terms of the impact on your monthly benefit payments,
So it
many
already went out.
individuals will see a higher monthly payment going forward starting in
So
April of this year. The amount of that increase will vary, though. It depends on factors such as the type of Social Security benefit received and the amount of the person's pension. Some people's benefits will increase very little as a result. Other people could see a monthly benefit payment that's higher by over $1,000 a month. Now, in terms of the payment timeline, as I said, this is a one-time
payment.
retroactive lump sum payment.
Retroactive.
It's starting this week. They'll continue gradually into March. And if you get a higher monthly benefit payment, that will start in April. That will be the first month.
Okay, so this has already started. So the first payment started going on in February. Okay, so it's going to go all the way into March. Remember, I said yesterday, I was asking people, I said, did you guys, I thought it was a cost of living. Okay, I thought it was like the cost of living that you get every January. So I think, am I saying the same thing, DH? Okay, and it's stating that, oh, I'm saying different. That's different. See, that's what I thought. I thought that, you know, it says cola is different. I thought, I think that is. I'm gonna look that up. It says I was reading something on hold. Okay, yeah, I think that's something different. BH, I do. Wait a minute, guys. We're doing investigative reporting now. Okay, we're doing investigative reporting because this is something different. But if you get Social Security or your mom, your dad, any of them get Social Security, guys, give them a call so that they don't miss this. Okay, give them a call. This is also for It's for retirement, widow. So if you're a widow or if they are a widower, okay, they definitely need to check it. And it's stating that if your payments are going to go up, it will start in April. So April is the month for So will be beginning if you are going to be getting a higher payment. Then it will start in April. But the one lump sum started back in February. So check with your mom, your aunties, your uncles, because I know when my dad was living, my dad didn't understand all of this stuff. He didn't. Like for your Medicare, you get the Medicare, then you got the regular Medicare now, then you got the Medicare Advantage, where you pick up a supplementary inside of there to cover some things that Medicare doesn't cover. Then you go back to Medicare, only still covers 80%. Then you pick up another insurance to cover that 20%. So it's really something, okay? But we gotta read it. We gotta read to understand, guys. We definitely have to read to understand. Um, I just saw something about the jobs though that 50K was just talking about. It just hit my screen. Just one second. So we were waiting on that, and it said 8:30 they were going to announce that. 50K, you still in here? Okay, I guess he's not. I guess he's not in here. Um, it's just so much, to go over and to try to keep up with because Trump is and Trump's moving fast. If y'all notice, he's moving fast. He's not like taking his time with this and taking his time with that. He's moving fast. Okay, so ah okay, that's old. Navy Federal. Yes, he's moving fast. He's not moving slow at all. He really is not. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Welcome, Anthony Lee. Welcome all the newcomers. Please hit the follow button up at the left hand of your screen. Okay, it'll be a green plus sign. Hit that, okay, and follow. Okay. Um, that way you will get you'll get when we come live. Big changes coming for food stamps, SNAP benefits. We already knew that. Okay. This was 23 hours ago.
Use your house to trial our 24-hour bathroom upgrade
We already
system.
knew that we were
We're
going to have
looking
some
for
changes with
homeowners
food
within
stamps and
valid
stuff like
states to
that.
test our
My
new
main concern is
24-hour
this
bathroom
credit.
remodel service.
If you are a senior and you're worried about your food stamp benefits, you are not alone. The headlines are scary. This is the latest headline. 9 million
A senior
people
getting food
are at
stamps.
risk of losing their food stamp benefits due to the recently passed bill by the House of Representatives that's going to gut the program by 230.
Okay, now wait a second. Okay, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna say I'm not concerned about that because there's other things for food stamp. I mean, for seniors, I know that they're cutting out Meals on Wheels. That's one of the programs that some seniors depend on. Meals on Wheels, guys. We're gonna have to take care of our seniors. We're gonna have to, take care of them. They a lot of them don't get enough money anyway. That's why you see them in freaking Walmarts can barely walk. That breaks my heart. I can't even stand up, but I got to come up in here and be a greeter, and I can't even stand. The devil is a lie. So I know with the Medicare program, okay. I don't know if it's going to be around, but I do know with Medicare, the Medicare Advantage program, when you pick up that supplementary insurance, it comes with a food card, okay, where you can shop at Walmart, whatever. It's cash money, okay. So to me, because I got another cousin, she was getting $23 for food stamps, okay. So I told her, I said, hey, if you got Medicare, pick up that supplementary Medicare Advantage program. I know United Way is one of them that you can pick up. Okay. And they have that food card thing in there. So that's the plus. Is it going to be here? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just definitely not sure. Unemployment benefits could change in 3 states, but I was wondering. I was just thinking about that. If you're putting people on furlough and you're stating there's no monies, are they going to get unemployment? You know what I'm saying? I was wondering. I meant to ask that earlier. Like, okay, well, do they get unemployment? Do they get anything that's going to what? Do they get anything? So I was wondering that, BH. I was definitely wondering about the about the unemployment. Hey, like, no, what's up? How are you? How's it going? Yes, guys. Also, too, we're gonna be doing a show. Like, no, it's got a lot going on right now. But we're going to be setting up a show. I got 3 people, or 3 different living after lockup. So we got 3 people that we are definitely going to be bringing on the show for updates. Okay, for updates, some positive updates. All right, so we know food stamps is going to be going away, guys. Um, I was trying to see; it just hit my screen where it was talking about the jobs. Let me see if I can swipe down and see if it will come up. Okay, because I just seen it where it hit my screen and it was talking about the jobs. Okay. Okay, I don't see it, but we were waiting on that one. Okay, yep, we were waiting on that because it was talking about the federal jobs. Okay. So, guys, they're saying we're on the brink of a war. So, I think we kind of already knew that. All I'm going to say, I'm going to leave you guys with this. We got to take care of each other. This is not the time to be selfish in your time. Um, I don't know if we all going to have what kind of monies we're going to have. But, BH, definitely keep me updated on the back end. Definitely keeping everyone in prayer with this, but faith without works is dead. Okay, we can have all the faith in the world, guys, but we still have to put some stuff into action. Okay, and that's yeah, that's something. Now, something else we're going to talk about tomorrow. I brought this up briefly, but I think it went over some people's head about the U.S. dollar. It's not worth anything. They had a deal with Saudi Arabia about with the US dollar, okay, where people, like, if they came to Saudi Arabia and they wanted to buy oil, they had to use US dollars. Okay. However, Trump can fell out with Saudi Arabia. So now people can go and spend whatever monies they want. So you say hypothetical, I'm just going to use Canada. So if Canada say, hey, I only have Canadian money, I have not traded with the United States to get US dollars to buy from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has stated, okay, you know what? You guys are not good people, you United States. We don't want to do business with you anymore. Okay. So people can come to us with their own country money and do not have to have US dollars. Look it up. Look it up. That's big. That's huge. Okay. Now Japan has ditched the US dollar. What does that mean? What does that mean when the US dollar has been ditched? What does that mean? Look it up, guys. Look it up. And tomorrow, have your notes. Have your notes. What does it mean when the US dollar has been ditched? So Japan ditches the US dollar. I have a lady, she's over that way now. Actually, I need to talk to her on the back end because she keeps saying, come on, don't worry about flying. It's such and such. And she's talking about how cheap everything is over there. Okay, she was in Hong Kong, then she went to Thailand. Now she's in Dubai. Now she is in Dubai. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna go into this here about Japan.
Price is down. If you don't buy them
Okay,
now, they
Japan.
won't
This
be
is the
available
U.S.
again at this
dollar.
price.
U.S.
These are
shocked
eyeglasses you have never even
by
seen inside a
Japan
store.
selling the Treasury
This is because it is a
Holdings.
special smart zoom glasses for the royal
Okay,
family.
that's it right
The
there.
lenses.
That's it. The Treasury. Okay, that's it. That's the same thing Saudi Arabia did, guys. I mean, research some of this stuff for yourself. Please go in and research it. Take a look at it. Um, I'm an advocate reader. That's what I do with my free time. I love to read, and I love to research and dig and look. So yeah, so I mean, this is one of the things that has happened. So now, Japan has ditched the U.S. dollar, so people can go to Japan. They do not have to have U.S. You know how they would say, trade it over because the U.S. dollar is worth more. Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, just like you go over to Canada, and you spend U.S. dollars, it's supposed to be so much. It's so the value supposed to have been so much better. Not anymore. Okay, so we're going to talk about that on tomorrow, and whatever breaking news that comes in. We're definitely going to talk about that, guys. We're going to get your thoughts on World War III. If you have any, some people don't have any. They say go with the flow. They're living on the edge. Whatever happens, happens. Okay. So, on that note, I'm going to just leave you with an inspiring word of encouragement, though, that once again, check on your seniors. Okay. Check on your aunt, your mom. I know some of us may not even be speaking to a loved one. Okay. This is not the time for that. Okay. It's definitely the time for us to rekindle our relationships. It's definitely time for us to say, hey, um, I'm not sure what happened. And some people are stubborn, guys. Some people still going to be stuck in that way. Okay. Um, but ask God to prepare your heart. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but eventually, hopefully, this will come to pass. Okay. So definitely. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. I really enjoyed the show today. You are tuned in to Uncensored with the Glam. Uncensored with the Glam. I'm here every morning at 7 a.m. That is Eastern Standard Time. Also, go to my YT page and follow, subscribe to Uncensored with the Glam. You can also catch us also too if you want to be a host right here on Beagle. You can follow this page, send me an inbox, or you can also go to my YT, which is Ziegler Fountains Agency. Okay, we're a great agency. We do teach, build up, and encourage. Okay, I'm not only a agency owner, but I'm also considered a mom. It says I was reading this morning. Sorry for two. What you mean? Oh no, but well, you know what? Like I was saying earlier, it's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot to keep up with. Like the breaking news, I do like to break in, and we're gonna your alarm. Oh, okay. So I gotta come now, right? Okay, I'm ending now. I'm ending now. I'm being summoned, you guys. I'm being summoned, okay? But once again, I am the glam that I am. All right. So guys, come on. Um, join us here tomorrow. BH will be here. The regulars. Join us in BH if you got anything. I know you be out there, researching too. If you got anything, please send it over to the email uncensoredwiththegram at gmail.com. And I know you always just do a screenshot or something like that and post it. Okay. I got to go, guys. Love you. Thank you so much again. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor. Uncensored with the Gram, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okie dokie.